Hello everyone, Shadow here, and welcome to another General Channel Update. And before we begin, I just want to take a moment just to say thank you to all of you who recently liked, commented, or subscribed to my channel. Your support is truly appreciated. So I wanted to take this time to give you guys an update as to what's been going on over the past few weeks behind the scenes. I know my channel has been fairly quiet over the last couple of weeks with regards to new content, and there's a reason for that. As mentioned previously in the last General Channel Update back in March, I started a new job, which requires a significant amount of my attention, not to mention energy. And on this new job, I'm considered an essential employee. As such, my commute back and forth between New Jersey and New York has resumed, and that takes a significant portion of my day. That's not to say that I don't have anything for you guys. I do. I just haven't had the time to actually work on it, especially lately. In fact, I've been working on something else, which will actually help me with all of my future projects. Well, I guess I could tell you guys. So some of you who have been following me for a while or know me outside of YouTube know that I've been collecting parts and pieces to build a new computer for the past year and a half. Well, I'm happy to say that at the time of the recording of this video that I've actually finished building that computer. And just to show you guys that I'm not pulling your chain, here you go. So this is gonna be the machine that I'll be working on moving forward. I will be doing all my editing, recording, and gaming on this particular machine. It's actually not quite finished. As you can see in the front over here, the LEDs for the RGB fans are not running right now. The fans work, but not the RGB. That also goes for the fan all the way in the back over here. They're all RGB, but I don't have the proper connectors to line them up on the fan headers. So they're just running as regular fans right now. And here's where I have to hit you really with the bad news. So because I don't have all of the hard drives that I need for video editing, it's going to be a while before I produce the next video. They are ordered. They're on their way. But as many of you know who shop from Amazon, Walmart, etc., all retailers have essentially slowed down all non-essential products in terms of shipping. So it's going to be a while before they come. Hopefully I'll get them by next week. But really, I've been waiting a while for them, so I honestly don't know. It still says in transit last time I looked. But as you can see here, everything's installed in terms of the games. Windows is up, everything's running. It just needs those additional hard drives so that I can start doing proper video editing. I did consider cannibalizing a couple of the drives in my previous computer, but I think it's best if I'm gonna start with this build, I'm gonna use fresh hard drives. I'm gonna be putting it through its paces, so it's just gonna have to wait. And I just want to show you guys a little bit of my setup here. Got my microphone, got my 2 TVs, got the light. So I'm all set up here to do the audio recordings and a podcast, which will be coming your way sometime soon. But it has nothing to do with gaming. Anyways, I wanted to give you guys updates on the 3 major projects that I have, at least for right now. First things first, since you see me playing Elite Dangerous here, yes, I'm in the beta. I bought a carrier, and I am playing around with it. Unfortunately, just so you guys know, for those of you who have been commenting and private messaging me about when is episode 4 of the Commander going to come out, is going to be a while. I don't have the funds to afford this carrier when it goes live, so I'm gonna have to put in some time and make some money in Elite Dangerous to get that. So my main reason for doing this is I wanted to experiment with the nature of the carrier, how it's going to operate. I did try to get into a carrier administration system to add some services, but at the time of this recording, there were no slots available in these systems. I mean, it seems like a bunch of people purposely bought carriers and left them in the systems, preventing the rest of us from getting into those systems and getting and getting the services that we need to truly put these things through our paces. And as it stands right now, this was recorded on the first day of the updated release, which was released on, well, for me, it was released on May 21st, 2020. So I only have 5 days to figure this stuff out, of which I have to go to work, so I don't really have that much time. So I'm hoping to be able to get into one of these systems before the beta ends, or plead with Frontier, start a thread, or support one of the threads on the forums to say, hey, we need you to extend the beta because this is not enough time. And before many of you say, wait, isn't this weekend Memorial Day weekend in the United States? Like, don't you have a long weekend? Remember I mentioned I'm an essential employee in my new job, which means I don't get holidays. Well, I do, but it's rewarded more as like a comp day thing. I have to actually work the holidays to get the day and then take it off at a later date. Plus I work weekends, so I don't really get yeah, let's just leave it at that. And that time I really do need, because I need to know what the full capabilities of the carrier is as a carrier operator. That way I can incorporate it into the story the way I had envisioned it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to scrap the idea of getting a carrier and rework the outline that I had already, which is going to suck for me because I had a pretty okay outline for where I want Season 2 to go. But it is my hope that by the time I do another general channel update, which will likely be either the end of July or sometime in August, I will already begun production of Commander Season 2. I also want to release a couple of Elite Dangerous videos, just to boost up my Elite Dangerous content. I did participate in Distant Worlds 2, as I mentioned in previous videos. You've probably seen one of my Distant Worlds 2 shenanigans videos. I had a lot of fun doing that one. So I do plan on releasing additional Distant World content because I do have hundreds upon hundreds of hours of Elite Dangerous captures. In fact, as it stands right now, I have somewhere in the neighborhood of just under 6,000 hours of gameplay in Elite Dangerous, and I don't know how much of that is captured, but it's quite a bit. It's enough that right now, as we speak, I am actually transferring files from my old computer to a portable hard drive. Those files are actually the captures of Elite Dangerous. And just to give you an idea of how much files that is, I bought an 8 terabyte drive, and it's going to be like 80% full. And on top of that, the transfer rate on this drive is not that fast. In fact, it's been transferring for the past day. Yes, you heard me. The past day it's been transferring. And let me just pull it up here real quick to see how much. It is at 50% with an estimated 20 hours remaining and 1.75 terabytes. So yeah, the transfer speed is terrible. But I can't really help that. Like I said, my previous machine is running in the neighborhood of about, I want to say 12 years old, so the USB ports on that aren't that quick. So, yeah. Okay, you guys will not believe this. Like, seriously, will not believe this. So, as I'm making this recording, I get a knock on my door. Go downstairs, gets this package. What's in this package? Well, I obviously opened it already, so I know what it is. But what's in this package? Well, it's the first hard drive that I ordered. A Western Digital Black 6 terabyte hard drive. This is crazy. This is insane. Like, I can't. So I actually guess I'll be able to get to work soon. So, I have the first of the 2 hard drives which I'll be doing video editing on. So let's see how long it takes for the other one to come in. But yeah. Anyways, back to Elite Dangerous. So as I mentioned, I do have hundreds of hours of footage on Elite Dangerous. I'm hoping to be able to slap something together over the series in the next few months to give you guys some Elite Dangerous content. So I will greatly appreciate your support on those videos when they come out. Now on to my next and probably central project, Transport Fever. To my Transport Fever 2 fans, I love you, I love you, I love you. I've been getting awesome feedback on my videos, also awesome emails, as well as DMs commenting on not only the structure of the map, but also critiques. And you know, I actually like the critiques because it shows me like where everybody else's mind is thinking. Now, one of the things that I do want to point out, my map has a lot of mods. I say this because there's another New York City map that just released on Steam. The author name is Minor HD. You could find the map located below, but you will see there's multiple complaints about the amount of mods he has in his map, which I could probably count on my fingers and toes. It's not that many. In fact, you will see that I commented, to the contrary of everybody else, that a map such as New York requires a lot of mods. I mean, I didn't do a full count on his map, but I want to say his map probably has like 50 mods. Yes, a lot of people who play Transport Fever 2 will probably find that that's excessive. But understand, my New York City map, as of this morning, has 245 mods. Now, yes, it will be streamlined in preparation for release, and I've actually was contemplating on releasing a minimal mod where it will just be the assets required to load the tracks and the buildings and remove all of the trains and the planes and the cars and all of that. I'm contemplating that at this time. But I'm just giving you guys an idea as to the amount of mods being used for these maps. And the reason for that is primarily, like I said in his post, these mods enhance the reality of the in-game New York City. It's meant to make it as realistic as possible, or in my case, pseudo-realistic as possible. They're best fits. So I don't want people to become angry with anyone who releases a map and it has a ton of mods in it. There's a reason why they use the mods is to make the map more lively and lifelike. So understand that there's reasons why map creators do what they do. And I hope you guys will show him the same love that you're showing me. Again, link in the description for his map, Minor HD. If you're watching, thank you for your efforts. He also posted a video to his YouTube channel. You can find it on the link below. In addition to links below, I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Apple World of Gaming. He's also creating a New York City map, but his map includes the entirety of Long Island. So he's primarily focusing on the LIRR. He did mention in one of his latest videos that he plans on including some of the city transit as well as Metro North lines, but he has started with the LIRR. He's doing a fantastic job. So I linked his channel in the description. Please go over there, send him some love, tell him Shadow sent you, because anybody and everybody who's working on New York City projects, we need to show them some love. We need to come together. And we need all the modders out there in the Transport Fever world know that there are New York City assets being developed in this game, and we need mods to fill them. We need buildings, and more importantly, we need rolling stock. The M9, the R160. In fact, with the R160, I'm going to link that in the thread below as well, because there's a thread posted, as you've probably seen in my previous video. We need to call attention to these mods. We need all of the rail assets, or as many rail assets as we can get for New York City to bring the city and the metropolitan area to life. So any support that you guys can give to this cause, please, 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 please do. It will be greatly appreciated by all of us who are working to bring New York City into Transport Fever 2. And lastly, regarding Transport Fever, there is going to be a delay regarding the L line. Like I said, I'm going to be producing that on my new machine. I really want to utilize the capabilities and not to mention the processing power of that new equipment. So there's going to be a delay until I get the new hard drive. And then I have to sit down and cut the footage together, and I'll probably re-record some rail line footage so that you guys can see a smoother, a smoother ride through the city. Fingers crossed. And the last game that I pay my main attention to, at least for now, World of Warships. My World of Warship fans, thank you again for your continued support. It seems like my latest video didn't grab as much attention as I would have liked. So, you know, if you haven't seen it yet, I'll post a link up above. But I have been gaming, not often, but I have been gaming over the past few weeks. I had a couple games which were hilarious, but I don't think they're video worthy. So I will continue to release content as I encounter hilarious content, or at least noteworthy content. But I do want to extend this offer to you guys. What do you guys think about me showing your content? Especially if you try to get the attention of Jingles or Nozoop or any one of the other World of Warship content creators' attention. What do you guys think about me showcasing your content? You know, you can let me know below if you think that's a good idea. But you guys do know, of course, that this will have to come with a few caveats. It can't just be any random replay. So it has to be entertaining on some level. Or at the very least, you have to get at least a crack in. I don't know. We'll come up with something. But just let me know initially what you guys think of me showcasing your stuff. Post below. I'm sure you're hearing the alarms going off in the background, so that means it's time for me to wrap up this video. My carrier's about to jump. I want to take this time to thank you guys again for your support. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and definitely share. Doing so will definitely help my channel. And I just want to let you guys know that hopefully moving forward, I will be able to have a more proper release schedule. I am coming up with a few ideas on what days to release what. I'm thinking Transport Fever Fridays and World of Warship Wednesdays and Elite Dangerous Mondays. But well, let's just see how things pan out. But for now, I will leave you guys with this nice little shot of my carrier getting ready to jump. And thank you guys again for watching. Subscribe for more.